Hello everyone. So now let's move forward to our next lecture whose title is Finding Rational Numbers basically. So as you can see, this is the outline of today's lecture, and in the previous lecture we have discussed what are irrational numbers, and before that we have discussed what were rational numbers. Let's now try to find how we can find rational numbers between two fixed rational numbers. So to understand the idea more clearly, let's look at this whiteboard. So today, as you can see, we are given with this number line, which we have already encountered in the previous lectures. So as you can see now, there are special two numbers here today, which we have just pointed out on this particular number line, and of course these numbers are rational numbers. So this R and S are two rational numbers, and we already know what is a rational number, which we have defined in the previous lectures. Our aim for today class is to find a rational number between these two. How to find them? So as you can see, there are broadly two approaches through which you can find this. The first is the method of average. This is very important keyword in this method of average, and the second is all at once, that is we will going to use some direct method. Here this is the second keyword. Fine, these are the two approaches through which you can find rational numbers between any two fixed rational numbers. By fixed we means we have just fixed those in our number line, and in our case those rational numbers are of course R and S, which are represented by this green color. Fine. So let's try to understand how to calculate using the first approach. From the very earlier classes, we have learned how to find an average of two numbers. What we do basically in the first case, now let me rub the second part. Let's try to first understand the first one. So in this case, what is that new rational number? Let me suppose say call it a t, which we want to find. So what it means basically, this t lies somewhere in, but because we are asking, we have to find the average, so the t exactly lies in between. Where this t lies, this is our t, which we want to find using this method. So t is given by basically the average of R and S, and we know how to calculate the average. Basically first take the sum of these two, R plus S, and divide it over by 2. Fine. You observe now the this value, R and S. So this value of t, which is given by this is of course a rational number, because it's very simple. How a rational number is defined? Pause the video and think it once. By definition, if you recall, the rational number is basically a ratio of two integers. So R and S are already two rational numbers. If you sum them, it will be a number, and of course you can rewrite it in such a way that this is the numerator upon the denominator is the ratio of two integers. So that's why this t is of course a rational number, and it lies between R and S and is given by this value. This is our first method of average. Now there is a question which comes to your mind. If I want to find more rational numbers in addition to this t, which lies again between R and S, so using the method of average, the first one, we have to again repeat the same process. We find that t lies between R and S. So now this segment from here to here, this segment of this number line is now divided by t in two parts. This is the first part and this is the second part from t to s. Now repeating the method again, you can find a rational number between R and t and s. Like here you can again find some new t1, and here this t1 and t2 are now given by, this t1 is given by, because it lies between R and t, so it is the average, R plus t by 2. Similarly, you can find t2. Now pause the video and try to find it yourself. If you can match your answers, the t2 is given by this, and of course this now t1 and t2 lies over here. this is our T1 and this is our T2. So you find that every time whenever you want to find a new rational number between the given two fixed rational number, you have to again repeat this process method of average again and again for finding a new rational number. So the second method which we have just written in the very starting, which was a direct method, has some advantage over this method, that you can find the how many rational numbers you want to find at once. Like directly you can find it at once. So let's try to understand the second method. For understanding, we can take some examples. Like if I choose some R and S, like for some, let R to be 0 and S to be 1. Then T in our case is given by, if I plot it on the real number line, on the number line, if I plot these R and S, this is our 0, this is our 1, and this we want to find, this is our T. So now T is given by 0 plus 1 by 2, which is nothing but 1 by 2. So T is 1 by 2. So this is the 1 by 2 value. So if now I want to find one more rational number which lies between 0 and half, so what I will do, let me call this now T1. So now T1 is given by 0 plus half by 2. Fine. If now try to solve, this is simply half, this is 2. So like we can rewrite 2 by 1. So 1 by 2. And now what you have to do, this is take the reciprocal of this one. So it will be 1 by 2 and simply 1 by 4. So now this value is 1 by 4. This is the new rational number which you find. Now I give you a task, try to find this T2. What is this? Try to find it yourself and answer me in the comment section. Now we move forward to the second method. In the second case, what I want basically in the second case is to find how many, like if I suppose given an R and S, take the same example. Repeat this. Take R to be 0 and this is our 1. So let me call this 0 to be our R and let me call this 1 to be our S. Now I am using the second method. I want to find, suppose say 4 rational numbers between 0 and 1 directly using the second method. So basically 4 rational numbers. So how I am going to find, let me call this T1, T2, T3 and T4. This is our first rational number, second, third, fourth rational number. In all we want to find 4 rational numbers between 0 and 1, that is between R and S. So how they are given, total number, let me call it N. How many rational numbers you want to find between R and S? 4. So what will you do in this case to find the first rational number, second rational number, third and fourth? Basically you multiply the R by n plus 1 and divide by n plus 1. Similarly multiply S by this factor n plus 1 and again divide by the same factor n plus 1. N in our case is 4 because we want to find 4 rational numbers between R and S. So just substitute the value of n, pause the video and try to find yourself. Let me now solve this. R in our case is 0. N in our case is 4. So 4 plus 1 is 5 by 5. So then simply this reduces to 0 because 0 times some number is 0. So this reduces to 0. And now this value, S is our case is 1. 4 into 1, 5 by 5. So this answer is 5 by 5. And now in this case, can I rewrite it 0 by 5? Fine. So now pick the numerators of the new fractions which you find. Here it is 0 and here it is 5. Between 0 and 5, if I now ask you how many natural numbers lie, they are basically 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what you have to do now, write those first. 0 by 5, and 5 by 5. Now choose this denominator and keep the numerator same as it is. Don't change the denominator. Just you have to substitute the values of the numerator one at a time. So now let me use some different color, black one. So if I now choose 1, so 1 by 5. Now use the second as a numerator, but observe the denominator is same in all the process. So this is our first rational number, comma. This is our second, comma. Third is, similarly you can continue. And so you observe, you directly able to find 4 rational numbers between 0 and 1, which are 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Fine. I have just marked these values over this number line. So these are the different two methods through which you can find any number of rational numbers between R and S. Just there's some remark that in the first approach you can find only one rational number at a time, whereas in the second approach you can directly find the number of rational numbers between R and S you want to. So just keep these in your mind whenever you want to find the rational numbers. How many rational numbers? Suppose that number is n, so just multiply and divide by this factor. This is R by 1 and this is S by 1. Fine. If already R and S in the form of natural number, maybe R and S can also be some different form. Suppose say if I choose now R and S just for the sake of understanding. Observe one more thing. This was our T1, this is T2, T3 and T4. What I am trying to now make you give you clarity that R can be any value, like R can be 1 by 2 and S like 3 by 2. So between these two values you can again apply the same method and use only these two, like I can say a formula for if you want to find n rational numbers. N is 4 in this case. If suppose I remove now this n, basically number of rationals. So these are the rationals, number of rationals which you want to find. So use this method, R by 1 times n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 and S by 1 times n plus 1 divided by. So using these two values, this expression and this expression, you can find, let me come this way, you can find n rational numbers between R and S using these two formulas. Fine. And this is the example which we have just taken. Just substitute R and S and try to find yourself. So it's an exercise. You can take R to be 3 by 2 and S to be 7 by 2 and now try to find 5 rationals between 3 by 2 and 7 by 2. Fine. So one more question I want to give and drop me an answer. Don't like copy from anywhere, try to think it whether it be wrong or right. Don't worry, just drop me a comment in the comment section. How many rational numbers lie between R and S? So you have to give me an answer. How many are there between R and S in this segment? How many rational numbers are there? So we conclude this video with these two approaches, and in the coming video we're going to connect how the previous lectures of rationals and irrationals on the number line relate to the real numbers, and definitely some more examples based on that problems, some more examples and representation of irrational numbers on the real line. So that we're going to cover in the next video, and do subscribe the channel, and thank you so much.